I'm fairly torn on this chapter, but at the same time, the things that kind of like resulted from it were a good thing. So we know that members of the three brothers that had like killed members of the Devil Hunters and impersonated them. One of them shifted into one of the guys. I think it was Kurosu or Kurose, I think was his name. It was I know Kurose and Tendo, and one of them obviously is now being impersonated. I think Kurose is the one, the guy with the scar across his face. The other one is a chick. But now we have him grouped up with the Violence Fiend and Kobeni, meeting up with Aki and, Power and Denji. And they're trying to kind of figure out what's going on. And I knew things were going to go very, very poor for Kobeni the second Power got interested in her car. And she's like, really interested. She's like talking about, it's like, oh, this kind of looks like my car. Is this mine? And Kobeni is she's a very awkward individual. She seems very nervous. She doesn't seem very confident. We don't really know what her power is, like what her contract is yet, so we can't really really play into like what was given up to have her have her devil contract and whatnot to really like weigh in her character. I mean, I still wonder if it's gonna have something like maybe her personality, the way that she is like the trade-off, and she like lost, I don't know, like confidence or courage or something that made her this absolute like mess of a person. But Power in her seat, things were going to go bad. There was absolutely no chance at all that it was going to result, well, at least for Kobeni. But while Denji's getting talked to by, one of the three brothers that's impersonating him, Power, being Power, like just slams on the accelerator, goes and slams into Denji and, the fake guy. And you see like Kobeni and Power just like astonishingly freaking out over what happened. Denji obviously not gonna die because of his his powers, but the other guy got hit by a car and then slammed the back of his head into a metal pole. Like, he super dead. But thing to note, well, besides Power immediately trying to blame Kobeni. Here's the thing, I know people love Power. Power's very unique for a female lead character, and I really like Power as well, but I also really like Kobeni. And poor Kobeni just seems to get, like, life just seems to always be, like, against her. She's always seems to be, like, getting, like, just put on the bad end of the stick. Just, I need her to have more of a happy time. So that's why I'd rather see, like, I want to see more of her with the Violence Fiend, because he seems much nicer to her than other people are. Like, when she's like, oh, I've only had ice cream one other time in my life, and I got excited and dropped it. And it's like, oh, you poor, pure angel. Anyway. When they're like freaking out over what happened, they see that the guy who they thought was, a member of the Devil Hunters shift back into, another person. That being one of the three one of the three brothers, and they're saying that they have a contract with the Skin Devil, which makes sense of why exactly they, why they can shapeshift into other people. I wonder if it's all three of them. Well, no, we already know it's all three of them because we see slightly afterwards, but like, Power, who's just now taking the glory because it's like, oh no, it's a good thing. Yes, this was me. I did all this thing. And she's like excited, like jumping on Denji. Again, very, very strange character. But poor Kobeni's like sitting in her car. I'm hoping that they like, they pay for the damages, because you can see like on the front of the car a pretty fairly sized dent. If they could just repair it. Poor girl. I feel bad for her. She just gets screwed over a lot. It bumps me out. But then you have the other two brothers who are, they're freaking out. They obviously just saw one of their brothers get killed. They're trying to, get a hold of themselves. And, you see one of them, he's like shifting back and forth between his, his fake form that he took from somebody else with, their Skin Devil contract powers. But the devil brother, or not the devil brother, one of the three brothers who has like the guy with like the big head of hair, he like looks over and he like talks to somebody, and then bam, he's pulled away, and then just a blood splatter. And you see Yoshida, who was one of the guys that was protecting Denji, one of the three dudes that was just assigned to him, just like walk out after that. And he's like talking to the remaining brother, who is who shifts back into this other person. Is like, oh yeah, I just saw two people die in an accident, so he's like throwing up, freaking out. And then she just walks away. This guy, I think he holds a lot of potential for a character. I don't know how long he's going to go. I think the fact that he's laid out of being like a little bit creepy and mysterious, that he, has the potential to last longer. And he's got one character trait to him. He's got the ear with all the piercings on it. So he at least has on top of that the whole like plus that that Fujimoto put a little bit more effort into him. He put a little more effort at least into give him a unique character thing. So we don't know what his contract is. I mean, he just like pulled this dude over and killed him. We don't even know how he killed him. But what we do know is now we just have one of these three brothers, and it's the one that seemed to be the least confident. Just now with two dead brothers, and there was the whole note. They're like, they're saying they were immortal. Maybe they're similar to Denji, or they're they have that whole immortal thing going on. Who actually knows? Maybe it's just their confidence, and they escaped a lot of bad situations, and because of that, they think they're immortal. But we got some guessing to go until we get to that point. Like it was really weird because like I didn't have a lot to say about this chapter because mostly it was like the build up for that smash in, and then I just my torn feelings towards. I both really like Power and I both like Kobeni, but Power is cute when she does like her whole like tries to blame everybody else, but then always wants all the glory. But poor Kobeni just seems, you want to just give her like a pat on the back and be like, listen, we need to get you a day off, and then you just take you for a U day. It's just it hurts to see her in such pain. But the dude Yoshida, very interesting of a character. I'm very interested to see what exactly that Fujimoto has plans for him. He definitely does not seem like he's going to be a throwaway character. I don't know how long he'll live, but if he sticks around, I won't be surprised. He's got some interest to him. I'm hoping that he has a larger role, because I imagine there's going to be a lot more big characters. Like, we have the main cast and stuff, but imagine there's going to be more like bigger characters introduced. It's hard just to really say who it's going to be when a character introduced dies like a couple chapters later on the regular for Chainsaw Man. But anyway, other than that, it was a fun chapter. I want to know what this last brother is going to do. I still really like the idea of him turning into somebody, but then instead of like carrying out the mission, he just like stays as this guy forever and then just pretends that he's always like this other guy. I mean, the only other thing I can really see like the mystery is if Yoshida wasn't actually the one, and the brother got pulled in, ended up killing him and stealing his skin. I don't think so. I think that's the actual Yoshida, and he's just let this other guy go. But I don't know. Either way, comment below, tell me your thoughts about this. A pretty quick to read chapter, like I said. Fun though. We got a nice setup. Not going to be nothing to really kind of go off and major from this one, except that two of the three brothers are dead. Though it seemed like they were going to be the first to go out, since they were the first ones to step up. So it seemed likely they were going to die off first. So maybe this other one will kind of be like, all right, time to just go home or something. Maybe it'll want to avenge his brothers, and then we'll get to Tolka, and then the Chinese girl, and then Santa Claus. But other than that, comment below and tell me your thoughts about this. Thumbs up from the like button and the subscribe button, and check out my other videos. I appreciate everybody's already subscribed, and I thank y'all for listening. Bye.